Hello and welcome to the ACAD Update. On this morning's edition of ACAD Update, we've got highlights of our football team against the Providence Christian Storm, as well as our very own Mara Thomas with coverage of our amazing volleyball team.
Then we'll show you tonight's weather forecast for the big game in Decula versus Hebron Christian. But first, let's talk a little bit about the most recent game 2 weeks ago versus Providence. Last week, the Spartans defeated the Providence Storm with a whopping score of 70-35. Very offensive-minded game. Charlie, take us through some of the stats.
Sam Bush had a 66 completion percentage for 53 yards with 75 rushing yards with the longest of 56. Asa Judge had 2 receptions for 56 yards with the longest of 56.
Asa also played great defensive quarterback. Providence heavily relied on the passing game throughout the whole game, and Judge did a great job getting in the way of those passes.
While Otero also did a great job on defense with 3 tackles and an interception.
Otero on the pick 6, but there are flags on the field.
Taylor Muir picked up a fumble for a touchdown in the end zone.
And senior J.J. Holt also put down his second sack of the season. What was even cooler, though, was his post-sack celebration. Let's take a look.
J.J. on a big sack.
Now, doesn't that just get you hyped up? But that is not the least at all. Trey Hopkins also showed out last week. He broke his own record for the single-game rushing yards record with 301. His previous record was 285. And that's not all. He also broke the record for the most single-game rushing touchdowns with 7. His longest touchdown was 56 yards.
Hawkins, 28-yard touchdown scamper.
As you can see, the Spartans coming off an exciting win heading into tonight's game versus Hebron Christian. Hebron has a 3-1 record, coming off a big shutout against George Walton last week, winning 42-0.
Hebron's head coach is Stan Luttrell. He stepped in last year and took over for Jeff Saturday. You guys may recognize that name. Jeff Saturday was a former Super Bowl champion with the Indianapolis Colts. So Hebron has a very strong history of coaches. So we'll give you a little more info about Hebron Christian and their play style on our live show. So let's send it down to the volleyball update.
Hello, I'm Olivia Neely, junior outside hitter, here with this week's Spartan volleyball update. This week, the Spartans went 4-0, sweeping Gainesville, George Walton, Loganville Christian, and Tallulah Falls. This placed the Spartans at the #1 seed in the region tournament. Here are the staff leaders from this week. In kills, Olivia led with 30 kills. For digs, Mara Thomas led with 26. For hitting percentage, Addison Olendick-Smith led with .326. Senior May Klein was also announced as this week's Spartan of the Week. May Klein is a reigning recipient of the Spartan Award. She embodies what it truly means to be a Spartan volleyball player. She leads others around her and knows what it means to be a true student of volleyball and being selfless teammate. Way to go, May. Coming off of wins this week, the Spartans are ranked #1 in 1A private and 13th in all classifications. This week, the Spartans travel to Gainesville High School to play Gainesville, Habersham Central, Appalachia, and Jackson County. Next week, senior night is Tuesday at home with games against Lakeside at 5 and Baldwin at 7. Make sure to come support your seniors. Thanks for tuning into this week's volleyball update, and go Spartans!
Thank you, volleyball, for that great volleyball segment. You guys are just really killing it.
They really are. Thank you for watching today's episode of ACAD Update, and make sure to tune in tonight for the game against Hebron Christian at 7:30. And don't forget, go Spartans!
Let's get loud. Let's get loud.